Hello! Hello! As usual, I am perfectly on time, and I am definitely not almost 30 minutes late for this stream. What's up, everyone? Hello. Let me adjust this a little bit so my mic can be more nice and centered. Okay. Hello, welcome everybody. I figured I would do a quick post Fiendish 3 launch stream to just chat with you guys and keep the hype going. And also I had some ideas for the campaign going forward that I wanted to share with you guys. So I thought I would ask what you guys thought, and you can let me know. Asking the chat and asking the customers is always the best way to go. So yeah, I'll reveal all of that, and we'll check in on the campaign in just a second. But first, I've kept you all waiting. I apologize. Let me catch up on the chat, and I've starred a few messages, so I'll go back and catch up on everything and make sure I say hi to all of you and answer any questions that are in the chat. There were a couple that I see. Sooner GM says, congrats on the launch, Irene. Thank you very much. It's been going well. It's been going great. Like I said, I had no expectations. I didn't go into this with any sort of preconceptions because I don't like to be disappointed. So I always just expect the worst, and that's worked out pretty well for me so far. But yeah, it's been going great. So, and thanks to you guys. It's all because of you all, the backers. Alex says, streaming while I'm at work is such a Jake move. Well, what happened was I'm streaming this early, so uncharacteristically early, because the Zades will be streaming at 7:30 Eastern, so that's in like an hour and a half. And I wanted to raid into them, and they raid into Bancroft, I believe. And I might be doing another stream after Bancroft because I need to close out the dark cover on the Fiendish 3 campaign is a first day only, and it's 24 hours. But if it's 24 hours, like we launched at 9 p.m. yesterday, but I don't want to stream over like Phil or Bancroft. So I'll do a stream after Bancroft and close out that cover, and you guys can join me again then. But yeah, so I'm planning on doing like 2 streams today because, when I say I'm going to get back into streaming, I mean it. And listen, this is my book, so I got to put in the work, and that's why I'm here. Yeah, my apologies, Alex, and thank you for joining in chat anyways, even though you're at work. I hope you don't get in trouble. Wyatt says, hey, are we doing a stream here? Did I just imagine all of this? We are doing a stream. We are now live. I did not forget the stream. I know I saw some other people saying I did not forget. I was only taking 10 million years to get ready and do my makeup because I'm vain. Jolly asked, Rini, I didn't use the email link. I just clicked the link from the stream. I need the exclusive card. Sure. Okay. You can, I think, can you send me your backer number in the chat? Just so I will make a note because I have a list of notes for RJ, and if anyone has special requests or something, I always put it in this big spreadsheet. And there's always stuff like add this trading card for this tier and stuff that won't show up on the Indiegogo like final list, the CSV download. So anyways, send me your backer number in the chat, and I will write that down that you got a card because I know you signed up. So no worries about that. Granda is here. Hello. Hi, Granda. What's up? Thank you for joining. Alex says you could refund and reback Jolly, but if you were one of the first 100, you might want to just back again using the link. Yeah. I mean, it's not a problem for you to just message me. I know you signed up for the email list. I'll double check, of course. But you can just give me your backer number and I'll write you down. So as if you back the secret perk, because if you're on the sign up, then you should get a trading card. So that's totally fine. Yeah, everybody who signed up, even if you just made a mistake, which is understandable, that's fine. I'll give you your trading card. Yeah, and if you refund, you might miss your spot or your backer number, and you don't want to do that because there's another trading card for the first 100 backers, so you don't want to lose your spot. Calm and Jed says Rini's just late because she's working on her VTuber avatar. Right. I was talking yesterday about how I'm very tempted to become a proper VTuber now. I mean, it's tempting. It's great. I could just roll out of bed looking like crap, and I can be Ragna. I want to make a VTuber avatar of Ragna, and if I'm this like big titty magic girl, then that would be wonderful, right? I don't think anybody would complain, but also it's a character from my comic, so I mean that's good marketing, isn't it? If I could go back, if VTubing was a thing when I first started streaming and also had more awareness of the internet, I would have done that. But it's too late for that. It's too late for that. So much for privacy. But yeah, it looks like fun. I didn't really find out much about VTubing until recently, but because I was like, why are y'all streaming with anime avatars? But now I kind of get it. It's quite appealing, isn't it? You get to design these cool looking avatars and they're all like 3D. It's like an anime character, but it's real. You can interact with it. Anyways, no, I'm not working on that yet, but maybe. Some person says Rainy is currently drinking copious amounts of coffee to start her break. I was also drinking copious amounts of coffee. Behold, this is my golden bronze coffee mug. Look. That's the second mug of the day. Here's the actual cup. Yes, I have been recharging on coffee. I might be drinking a lot. That's a lot of coffee. I might have a problem. Who knows? TC says, it's time for the Fiendish 3 party to continue. Yeah. Yes. TC says, who ready for more? If you ever... Well, I guess we all are here. I am. I'm personally ready for more. More of that. That's the name of the song I used in the trailer, which everybody seems to love. White Eastman says, I'm surprised we didn't add in the stretch pay option IGG has now. I don't know what that is. I didn't see it on the back end. I'm gonna look into that. Am I crazy? Indiegogo has been going through a lot of changes. Yeah. Oh, there's some thesis that maybe Reedy will reveal some of the bulge benchmarks today. Well, no, I don't quite have the stretch goals worked out, but I'll have that soon because obviously we're funded. So I'll have those stretch goals posted in due time. But no, I wanted to talk to you guys about some other perks that I might be adding, and I have like a little system that I would like to propose. So I'll let you guys know all about that in a second. 100k golden bulge foil upgrade. Right. Let's pull up the campaign. So it's not just my face yapping. Let me share. After storage. Hold on. Let me try this. Does this? Oh, it's so small. Hold on. If I change the aspect ratio, does that do the trick? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah. So it is kind of small. Is that okay? There you go. You guys can still see it. It's not too bad. Okay, that's a good size. Yeah, there you go. All right. It's a new layout. You can make these new layouts on StreamYards. So I thought I would try that out. Hold on, let me scooch over. There. Okay, now I'm actually on camera. Cool. How do you guys like that? This is pretty cool, isn't it? Actually, I can squish myself over a bit. Don't need to be that big. The campaign's the important part. Yeah, and then I can move this over. Okay. Update layout. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. Yay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right. So I just pulled this up when we started the stream. We'll see if there are any more backers. That will be great if the goal is 30k by the 24-hour mark. But I thought we weren't even going to reach 10k on launch night, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get to 10k by the 24-hour mark. I'm telling you guys, I had no expectations. Okay, I'm not. So I'm very grateful for how well this is done. Grateful for every backing. But yeah, overnight and this morning and all day, the backers have just been trickling in. So thank you. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll refresh this a few times and see how it goes. Hold on, let me continue down the start. 100k golden bulge foil upgrade. All right, let me organize all this. I apologize. It's there's a lot of chats and I slow. Me slow. Oh. A gold foil is Jake's spot gloss. No, you're right. Right. So if you guys were around for the Fiendish 1 campaign, I had a hell of a time with the spot gloss. I was running into this issue where something about the chemicals that these printers would need to do the spot gloss was in short supply during COVID, because I was trying to produce this book during COVID, which was hell because there was no paper. There was mostly there was no paper. There was just no paper. And there were no chemicals, there were no supplies, and everything was expensive, so I had to bounce between several printers, and then the one printer I ended up using, there was a misprint, but the spot gloss was such a pain because so many printers couldn't do it. And so I was like, I'm not going to do any special cover treatments ever again from now on. I might be going back on that, but very sparingly. No promises. Don't hold me to it. We will see. I will talk to my printer and make sure everything is good to go and doable before I make any promises. But yeah, I feel very bad for Jake. He's suffering with the gold foil right now. So I'll pray for him. I'll pray for him. You should be able to find a printer that isn't that expensive for gold foil though. Like, I know gold foil is still gonna be expensive. It's one of the more special things for a cover, but I did gold foil once with a printer in Taiwan and it wasn't that bad. So yeah, I'm sure you can find someone. Alex Fibby's Bancroft outed himself as a bulge enthusiast, right? He's an anti-Nippite, but a bulge enthusiast. Oh no. Just kidding. Just kidding. Or am I? Maromi says it's called the Bancroft bulge for a reason. Yes. Yes. And what a bulge it was. This launch on Bancroft's channel. Listen, this book is only doing this well because of Bancroft. He is the place to go for launches, well, because of Bancroft and also because of backers, obviously. But very grateful for his help. So shout out to Michael. Yeah, that was a fun stream. I was so tired yesterday after 2 streams, but it wasn't just the streams because I was up late. Working on the campaign and finishing art, and then I got up and I was re-rendering the trailer and doing more prep and then sending out the secret perk links. And there's so much stuff that goes into a campaign other than the art, because I tried very hard to make this campaign look good. Like, let me just scroll down this campaign so you guys can see. So look, first of all, these banners, I can zoom in a little more, I think. Beep, beep, brr. There you go. This is just basically a mobile view. Okay, I'll stick with this. This is cool. Right, so these banners are animated, so I had to spend time doing that too. Fiendish 2 had animated banners, and I thought that was really cool, and people liked that, so I brought that back. I tried really hard to make the graphics extra nice this time. So this is another thing I carried over from the Fiendish 2 campaign, these like character profiles, which I think the reason you like a story is because of the characters, right? So these character blurbs I think are very enticing, and they'll draw you into a campaign and to a comic. So I wanted to have those, and all these I made these nice graphics instead of just posting the covers one by one, but also like these the book little mock-up style books. I had that for the Fiendish 2.5 campaign too, but I made these like nice perk explanations and all of this, and it took a lot of iteration as well. So I was just working on this until the absolute last minute. But yeah, and here all these like perk thumbnails and stuff. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully it looks good. It looks good, and it was all worth it. I think it was all worth it. Oh, I need to pin the freaking campaign. Right. Let me pin the let's see. Let me type it back. Fiendish 3 now! Exclamation mark. Or alright, I need to type this in over on YouTube. Boop. And thank you guys for the links. The many mobs who have been posting links as well. Much appreciated. There you go. Okay, great. Hey! Alright, let me scroll down. Ooh, there's a super chat. Oh my gosh, there's so much you can call up on. What do I do? Right, okay. Here's the link. And thank you for that. Campaign page is beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Jake says, launching the new book while not being lucky enough to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con is apparently right now. No, I am not lucky enough to be at San Diego Comic-Con. I've actually never even tried to apply. Oops, I'll drop my keyboard. I never even tried to apply. I just assume I'm not going to get in. Like, San Diego Comic-Con is like the big one, right? And as far as I know, the only people that get accepted into Artist Alley there are like, well, you've worked for mainstream publishers for years instead of just being a backup artist for a while and then leaving like me. Like, who am I? And I do an indie book, but they don't care about that. That's not like that's not real comics, right? According, I don't know. That's kind of what it feels like sometimes. I just assume I'm not going to get in, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if Fiendish could continue to be successful and we bust all the goals for Fiendish 3 and beyond, then maybe one day I'll get into San Diego. Maybe me too, little me can be invited to San Diego. Yay! A girl can dream. Force Ghost Fabio says, "Hey, Larini. Hey, what's up? What's that bulge? Yes. A new meme was born yesterday. The bulge is apparently a channel meme, so cool. I was very confused at first, but I'm just gonna embrace it because we gotta have fun around here, right? San Diego only cares if you pay the monies for a spot. Well, I mean, I paid for most conventions I go to. It's not like I've gotten invited a couple of times, but usually I don't. Like, that's for the real famous people, so that's nothing new to me, you know. But yeah, creative block at San Diego Comic-Con one day. Let's do it. And that's from Zay Comics. Hail. Yeah, he has a stream right after me, so I'm gonna try to raid into you guys. Hopefully I set that up well. But yes, that would be great. I mean, that's what we're all trying to do. We're trying to build up our books and campaigns and companies to be big enough to be on that kind of show floor, right? And to be seen as equally worthy as mainstream books and so on and so forth. And it's hard because we're doing everything independently, but that's the goal. Maybe one day we too can be at San Diego. That would be cool. And then we'll do San Diego Comic-Con stamp rally. Yay! It must happen now. It must! Hattori Hanzo says, nice campaign. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm glad you like it. All right, let me go back a bit and check on the SOA Chats. Hattori says, what are y'all doing out here? Are y'all out here at San Diego's Comic Cons? No, I'm not. I am home working on my campaign and just here, just slaving away on this book and being a hermit and streaming. No, I am not lucky enough to be at San Diego. And I've reached the age where I'm kind of done with going to cons not when I don't have a table, because I hate having to just squeeze through a huge show floor like butt to butt with a million people in this uncomfortable hot space. I've been to San Diego Comic-Con as just an attendee once. It was very uncomfortable. There were so many people, and the show floor is huge. It felt like it was a mile long. It's a super long convention center, and sure, there's a lot of pop culture stuff there. It was cool in a certain way, but I'm not I don't know. I'm there for if I go to a Comic-Con, I would want to go to like something like Heroes. I want to actually find indie books and original art and it was mostly pop culture stuff and movies and like, oh, that's cool, but I'm not the type to spend money on the hot pop culture thing that's in theaters, right? So it was just kind of uncomfortable to me. I was like, I did it once. Don't think I'll do it again. I want to go to a show when I when I have a table and I can sit down and just and also make my money back. Nuts to us, says Henry Bemis. Jake is posting in the Twitter chat in case you guys want the YouTube chat link. Cool, thank you for that, much appreciated. Everyone posting links and all my mods. You guys are all wonderful. Billy Power Max says this is our rainy guy. This is our rainy guy. Yay! I like that. Well, I didn't even realize I'm technically launching this the same time as San Diego, so I don't know if that has a knock-on effect. Is that good or bad? I literally didn't realize because I've never tabled at San Diego, so I didn't even really think about that. I wasn't aware it was gonna happen this weekend. So out of the loop. I'm so out of the loop. Because I did Florida SuperCon last weekend, and then I've just been in the hole drawing and making graphics and doing emails and posting on social media. There's so much. Guys, there's so much that goes into a campaign other than the campaign page, right? Because obviously there's promoting on Twitter, but I have an Instagram, I have Facebook, I have the Fiendish website, I have a Patreon that I never talk about, but yes, I have a Patreon if you guys want to support me on there. Thank you. And then there's YouTube, and then there's the email list, which is very important. Not enough people use their email list. I'm gonna tell you, a key to reaching people is having a big email list and using it. So I felt like I spent half my time just typing messages and posts and scheduling things. And you got to do it. You got to do it. So yeah, there's so much that goes into a campaign. It's crazy. I haven't been paying attention in San Diego. Oh my god! Only 3 more backers and 300, so it's gone up. Okay, I'm not gonna refresh yet. Not yet, but that's awesome. Apparently, there's only 3 more backers. PC says 300 is a hell of a first day bulge. Yeah, woo! That is amazing. That is crazy. It hasn't even been the first day. I just realized, like, this morning, what was it at when we ended the creative blog? It was like 23,000 or something. And that was like, I mean, because I launched kind of late in the day. I launched at like 9 p.m. So it had only been like 6 hours. So that was so much. Oh my god. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm very grateful. That was awesome. But yes. 300. This is Bulja. Bulja. Yes. Okay. I need to go back to my starred comments. Let's see. TC says, I need to go back and update one of my single book orders to include a second set of Ragnus Demon notes. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah. If you wouldn't lose your backer. Yeah, I think unfortunately, I wish Indiegogo will let you update your perks because I've been looking into Kickstarter recently, and I realized I've been really annoyed because I've only backed on Kickstarter before. I've never done a campaign. And I've been annoyed that they have this whole system of, well, they don't have to take your address at first. And you have to do a survey to get people's addresses. And I'm just like, it's so annoying because I always miss the surveys and stuff. And so I've liked Indiegogo's interface a lot more until now because they had in-demand. Kickstarter didn't used to have in-demand, and they have secret perks, and Kickstarter didn't used to have secret perks as far as I know, but apparently now they do. So that's kind of cool. And you can edit your backing on Kickstarter, which I think is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. If Indiegogo can implement that, then I think that would be great. Apparently they're under new management. under new management. I don't know much about the new management, but apparently they just got sold. And I've heard the only thing I've heard about it is that it's by a company that does tabletop stuff, which maybe it'll bode well for me. I don't know because like Fiendish is kind of tabletop gamey. I've mentioned I want to do a tie-in that is like is either a simple tabletop game or has like tabletop game items someday. So yeah. I don't know anything about it, but hopefully it goes well. And yeah, if they can add the ability to update perks, that would be great. Wyatt says, just get the everything tier. You know you wants to. Right. Yeah, let me talk about that. Look at this. He's talking about the give me everything tier. Behold this right here. Am I in private mode? Yes, I am. Okay. Look at that. Look at how much stuff is in here. Let me zoom in. Oh, it doesn't. All right, whatever. Why does it do that? Okay, I guess this is the most I can zoom in. Right, the Give Me Everything tier is the featured perk, and I worked really hard to make this feel like a special tier on the campaign because I figured, of course, you need to have a big box tier, but if someone's going to bother to back the big box tier, then it better feel like it's worth it, right? So, it took a lot of finagling because it was a little more difficult to structure than the chapter 2 Give Me Everything, because I had another Give Me Everything for chapter 2. That was the big box tier, and you had Fiendish chapter 1, and it was like a catch-up tier, but all the new stuff as well. But for this book, because I have 3 previous books now, before Fiendish 3, and I didn't think it was fair to just put everything from Fiendish in there, because if you're backing the Give Me Everything tier, you probably have the other books of Fiendish 1, 2, and 2.5. So am I going to make people buy those again? That's not fair. So what I did was it's all the Give Me Everything tier is all the variants, as well as a mystery cover. You can see on there in the included items, you have the main cover, the dark cover, the permanent cover, and the mystery cover. So the dark cover is, this is what we're going to close out today. This one right here, this awesome white on black cover, and that is only available for the first and last day. So this will be coming down tonight, and it won't be available again until the last day of the campaign, unless you back the Give Me Everything tier. And it's because that's fair enough. If you're spending $200 to get everything new in the campaign, you can get the exclusive cover. It's fine. Or you can get a limited cover. And on top of the dark cover, you get a mystery cover that hasn't been revealed yet. So that's a perk exclusive cover. It's the first time I've done a perk exclusive cover. And I figured, again, I wanted to do everything I can to make this big box tier feel really worth it and special. You also get a holographic demon sticker. You know what? Let me pull up the actual high-res graphic, because I was trying to show you guys the graphic of the bundle of everything, and I can just drop that in the browser probably. Let's see. Okay, perfect. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Now you get an actual clearer look at the demon sticker. So that demon sticker is, of course, the dark cover art. That cover art just cut out and I colored it, and it's going to be a holographic, super shiny, pretty sticker. And that is an exclusive for the Give Me Everything tier. And you have the 3 covers, the Forging Fiendish books that I'm selling as a bundle. Those are the making up books for all chapters of Fiendish up until now. The Ragna's Nanarsa notes that, if you missed that yesterday, okay, I'm always hesitant to make items that are that nerdy or to do anything in the book that's too nerdy, but every time I actually just embrace the nerd, people really love it. So I'm really glad to see that. What the demon notes there are, that's the item in the bottom right corner. Can I hover my mouse over it? No, you guys can't see my cursor. Never mind. Right. Oh, you can. There we go. That over there. That is it's just a mock-up right now, but I'm going to have these printed. They're essentially going to be mini prints, but the content is is going to be Ragna's sketches and notes of the demons that they encounter as they travel. And I was thinking I could have a lot of fun with it. I could add in like her sketching the other group members and writing little notes on their travel journey and maybe complaining about stuff, and it will all be in Nanarsa. It's all gonna be in that's the constructed language that I made for this comic, which is why you can see in the mock-up there, it's all like weird moon runes. It's my made-up language. So it's gonna be like a few sheets of like grimoire, old parchment paper like prints in my crazy constructed language with drawings of demons, and that's where you guys are gonna get. But anyways, and the mystery cover. But yeah, if you back the Give Me Everything tier, you will get all current print items that are new on the Fiendish 3 campaign. And if I add any new items, you also get it. So if there's anything new that I add, then it'll also be in there. Speaking of, that's a great segue. Let me go back to the campaign. Where's my computer giving me a stupid error message? Back to here. All right. Let's scroll up. Go up. Okay. I still haven't refreshed yet, guys. Let's see. Hail, congratulations on the awesome launch. Looking forward to this. Thank you. Yay. Thank you very much for your support. CJ says, where's that pinned link? It should be pinned now. It should be. Yeah. Is it not pinned? Let me double check. Am I a complete failure? No, it should be pinned on YouTube at least. So there you go. And you can back the campaign right now. We're trying to get to 300 backers. So today, and if we can get to 30K before it closes, or before, not, it doesn't close tonight, guys, but before the dark cover comes down tonight, then that would be great. That'd be great. Within the first 24 hours. Yes. Okay. Let me catching up. Henry Bemis says, can Rini get to 30K in the first 24 hours? I don't know, but that would be awesome. That would be very awesome. I would be blown away. Just absolutely amazing. Some person said 4K gain overnight. Yeah. I was like, I thought, well, it was just gonna be the launch because I figured people were backing during the streams, but apparently more people backed just overnight and all through the morning. So I mean, I was just in disbelief. I thought it was just gonna die after like 23K, but no, it kept going. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. White Eastman for $5 says $5 more like. Thank you for the super chat. Said let's get the map on the everything tier. So the map was in the everything tier for chapter 2, and the thing is, the map's not a new item. It's been on the Fiendish store, like the fiendishcomic.com store forever, and I only have like 35 left. I mean, if those 35 sell out and people want more, then maybe I can do another run of them. But right, I figured, well, this is a good chance to sell more of the maps, and I have like a handful of them left over, so I'm going to put them up on the campaign. The map isn't something new, and that's why it's not in the everything tier. Yeah, I did consider having a new map, but the story really isn't at the point where I need to draw a whole new map yet. So like, what am I going to do? Just do the same map, but in a different style? I feel like that's kind of cheap. Like, the next time I do a map, I want it to be up, we'll eventually be going to new cities, these new citadels, and I'd like to have, like, a new canvas map of those areas, or like, a more zoomed-in map in the future of, like, later locations that we see later on. But, like, right now, I feel like that's not really necessary, so I'm not going to make an item just for the sake of having an item. I want to, how do I put it? I want the items that I add to my campaigns that I make to feel like it's worth it, if that makes sense. But I'm glad people like the map, and thank you for the super chat. Grey Wolf says, yup, Reading Draws, I picked the dark cover last night. Yay! Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. The last few hours to get that dark cover. Yes. Dark cover closes tonight. It'll probably be like 10-ish. It'll be a little later. But that's because I don't want to overstream Bancroft. It'll be after his stream. But yeah, I will be returning tonight, and we'll be taking down the dark cover. And you won't be able to back it on its own again until the last day of the campaign. So if you want it and don't want to wait until the last day, then you need to get on it right now. Right now. Let's see. TC asked, can backers request autographs? I don't really know how to do that because I'm not doing my fulfillment. I'm planning on having RJ do my fulfillment. RJ from Critical Blast, and he's not anywhere near me. He's all the way out in Illinois now, and if I could figure out a way to be there when he's doing fulfillment to sign books, then sure. You know what? Yeah, that might not be possible. Got a crazy year ahead of me. But I'll think about it is my answer, because he can send me a small amount of books and I can sign them and send them back. But like I usually don't charge for signed books, but if it's a campaign cover and you want it signed, like usually, okay, if I'm at a convention and you bring me a book, I never charge for signatures. But like if it's gonna be, because I don't do my own fulfillment and RJ is so far out, and the only way I can probably get books signed is by him mailing me stuff, I'll probably have to charge like $5 or something. I'll think about it. I wasn't planning it, but I'll let you know. Jim Satella reposted the stream. Thank you very much. Some person says, I bet you could get it on Iron Mouse's channel and promote Fiendish. Iron Mouse? She's huge. She doesn't know who the fuck I am. She like you. She's got a few million followers too. Yeah, I know she's got a ton of followers. I mean, that would be great. Do you think she'd like Fiendish? That would be fucking awesome. Yeah, I think she's great. She's adorable. She's so funny. Like I said, I didn't know anything about VTubers until recently, but I really like Iron Mouse. Yeah. Ooh, that would be great. Does anyone have any contacts? Put me in contact. Give me your contacts. Give me that hookup. Oh, help me promote Fiendish, guys. No, that would be amazing. White Esom became a new member. Thank you very much. Thank you for becoming a member and supporting the channel. White for another $5 for $5. Says sent you info in DMs. IGF pay in 4 option to back big. Oh, you can. So it's a pay in installments option on Indiegogo. That's interesting. Cool. I'll look into it. Thank you very much. Mark DeMuth says, number 315, dark cover, Bobby. Yeah, thank you. Yay. Thanks again for my Dark Child commission. Yes, Team Nina. Awesome. I'm glad people like Nina. And yes, Mark DeMuth has gotten two magic commissions from me already. And I had a lot of fun drawing them. And I'm glad you like the Dark Child version from this year. I'm very grateful. And thank you for backing the campaign. You rock. You're awesome. Ollie from 656. Yeah, hello. Ollie says, get your asses back to Mexico. Rini Draws and Hyper Wizard, miss you mofos. I'd love to go back. Yeah, we did a convention in Mexico last year. It was cool. It was like right on the border. So I flew to the border and then crossed over and like got driven to the convention center, and then coming back with like walk through the border and the border checks, and it was like this whole thing. But it was because there's so many cars trying to come into America over at the border, so it was such a pain that we just ended up walking because it was faster to walk than to wait in line because of the traffic jam. But it was quite the experience, and it was awesome. Mexico was great. I'd love to go back. TC says, I'm curious, once the villains are introduced, will they get character profiles? Yeah, of course. Yeah. I feel like so if you guys have read manga, there are manga series where the character profile thing. So let me scroll down here. Right. So this character profile thing, again at the beginning of every Fiendish book. Let me show you guys. Okay, so here's Fiendish Chapter 2. This is the campaign variant. And at the beginning of every book, here, this is the last time on Fiendish page in Chapter 2. And right now, the relevant characters from Chapter 1 were just Kazumira, Iskall, and Yomi, right? And in Chapter 2, we introduced Yomi, or well, no, we didn't introduce Yomi. Duh. We introduced Ragna, or we got to know her a little more, and then there's also Nina. And so basically, the relevant characters list is just going to keep building and building, right? My goal was to start out pretty simple and with the core group of characters, but then the list of relevant characters is just going to keep growing and growing. So if you've read manga, a lot of manga starts out really simple with just like 2 or 3 characters, and at the beginning of every of most manga you'll have a last time in the series page like this is an idea from manga. And I know American comics also have these like last time on so and so superhero book kind of things, but the character profile thing is from manga. And you'll see these pages just grow. It'll just spread to become like this double page spread with like super intricate lines. It looks like that meme of Charlie Day with like these conspiracy posts on the wall with like the red lines all across the place. And it's like this person is linked to this person. And it's this whole complicated chart and with like character like headshots and little blurbs. So someday I will also reach that point. I don't look forward to it, but this list will just grow and grow. That is the plan for this to just continue, and there will be more and more characters. But yeah, once the villains are introduced, I will definitely have them up on the list. It won't be the same people every or more like the characters list will evolve. Let's see. Hattori Hanzo says, "You inked physical pages. Did you use zip tone on anything?" No, I didn't. I put this book back. Just put it this side. No, I didn't. No zip tone. I did learn to use zip tone in art school, but these are. I should show you guys the physical pages. Should I show the physical pages? Because I pulled some up during the creative block yesterday, but it was like way into the streams. And maybe people didn't see that. So let me do that. Okay, I'm gonna try to get caught up on chat. I'll show you guys some physical pages. We'll refresh the campaign, which again, everyone, this is the campaign that we're all here for. This just launched yesterday. This is my comic Fiendish Chapter 3, the third main chapter in my fantasy mystery comic Fiendish, and it just launched yesterday. It's doing so well, so we're going to try to get to 30k by the end of the 24-hour period, which will be tonight. So back this if you haven't yet. Right, we'll be refreshing that. And yeah, I can go dig up some private some pages. I was checking my DMs. Let's see. Okay. And then we'll refresh the campaign. But also, I want to show you guys. I mentioned I wanted to talk about things I want to add to the campaign. So I'll also have that. Yeah, in just a second. Mystery cover. Billy Bob Sachs says mystery cover. We know it's the Ragna booty cover. I am considering having it be a sexy cover because listen. Let me scroll down. Again, these are all. Look at all these interior pages. Oh, by the way, so you can click on these to read them. Okay, the images are links. So I know the text looks super small on the campaign, but you can click on the images and it'll open up to a large. Look how big it is. These are actually really high res, and you can read the pages. So just click on them. You don't need to like right click or anything, and you can actually read the pages. But yeah, These are the 3 covers. These are the three publicly available covers, and there's a mystery cover in the Give Me Everything tier right here. Dun dun dun. That has not been revealed yet. But as you can see, I've got the actiony cover, the kind of like tension cover, I guess. I don't know what to call it. The permanent cover, the one with Yomi and that green guy behind her being a proper creep. So I've got those covered, and then I have the dark cover. So I'm thinking, what am I missing? It's a sexy cover, right? So I do think the mystery cover that's exclusive to the Give Me Everything tier is going to be a sexy cover. So to be revealed. I'll let you guys know, but I am considering that. The mystery cover is going to be a super rare collectible in the future. Yes, it will be. It's only available in this one perk, and let me check on the back end how many people have backed it. So publicly on the campaign, let's see, back to this page, how many people have? There's been publicly, there are 18 people who have gotten the Give Me Everything, but a lot of people backed the secret perk version of that, because the secret perk version of that tier comes with a freaky trading card. So let me check my on the back end how many people got that. If it's the secret Give Me Everything plus freaky card, yeah, that's 27. So that's a crap ton more people who got the Give Me Everything. But so that's these 18 people plus the 27 people who backed the secret version of this. And those are the only people that will be getting the mystery cover. So it will be super limited. You are right. The Rob, hello. Hi, Rob. Rob says, you beat the evil of me. 214. Congrats. Thank you for your support. And my apologies. I was volunteered for a competition that I didn't even know it was I was participating in. But yes, I suppose we defeated your campaign. You're not evil though, Rob. You're definitely not evil. You're a swell guy. And thank you for being here, and thank you for your support. John DeVoice has a great idea. Maybe an in-world map drawn by Ragna? Yeah, maybe. I figured because I've been thinking of doing the demon notes thing for forever. In my head canon, Ragna's always been able to draw. Like she sketches stuff, but she's she's a studious one, right? So she takes notes on everything. She's the one writing the travel logs. She's essentially like a PhD student. Like shamans are not just magic casters. They're more like scholars, honestly. And Ragna is one of the small amount of shamans who have developed runes that you can use to blast in combat, but most shamans are healers and scholars, and they can use magic for that end. And they're scholars because they're essentially chemists and physicists, because the magic system is based on the elements, the 4 states of matter, and like hot and cold. So most shamans are interested in physics and science and all that kind of stuff. But Ragna specifically, she studies the planes. Oh, there's another thing I can show you guys. I do not have enough time to go through all the things I wanted to show you guys. My God, what am I going to do? Those are all the covers. Look at those. They're so beautiful. Okay, look at that. That is, you probably saw that image in the trailer as well. That is a representation of the universe in the world of Fiendish. And those are the elemental planes, but also the astral and umbral plane, which are the planes of life and death and some other things as well. So yeah, because shamans study this whole this nature of the world, and the magic system is tied to the planar structure, they're usually scholars. The end. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was just I got too excited pulling up that universe drawing. But right. That is pretty cool, isn't it? I'm very proud of that image. I think that's pretty sweet. Not to scale. No, it's actually not. It's not to scale. People were pointing out that little tiny globe in the middle. That is the Earth in the world of Fiendish, and if you look really closely, you can see the shape of the continent. The continent is called Arvos, and I drew it super teeny tiny. That thing, that actual physical page, is that globe is the size of like my fingernail. That's how small I drew that thing. And so no, it's not to scale. It's a representation because obviously the planet isn't that big in the whole universe. It's just wanted to draw something that looked cool. So not to scale, yes indeed. Ragna can read and write, the nerd. Yeah, I know. What a nerd. Oh my god, I'm so behind on chat. Okay, I'll try to get caught up. But yes, that's a great idea. Maybe an in-world map drawn by Ragna. I will pin that. I think that's actually I'll write that down. Maybe on in-world map drawn by Ragna. Well, so Kayla on Twitter, who she's awesome. She's like fantasy comic fan extraordinaire. She knows so much about comics. And she's great. And she's been so supportive of Fiendish, and also she was saying that she really liked the Ragna notes and that I should continue having these items from Ragna. And I love making add-on items for campaigns that tie into the world, right? Because as you guys can see right here, let me turn my camera. This over here, this pendant is from the chapter 2.5 campaign, and this is a pendant that is a replica of Casimir's pendant, and it has a religious meaning, a religious and philosophical meaning to the story. So I like making items that are replicas of things in books, because when I do buy fan stuff, I like that kind of stuff. Like I love Lock and Key, and the only things I've really wanted to buy other than the comics from Lock and Key are the keys, because I think it's really cool that you can own a thing from the book, and I love that kind of stuff. Weapon replicas from comics as well, and from novels. I don't think I have the money to make anything like that yet, maybe if it's 3D printed, but yeah, I would love to make more of these, just like scholars notes and sketches done by people in the book in the future. Yeah, very great suggestion. Let me zoom out of this campaign again. Still haven't refreshed. All right, hold on. Zoom out properly. Okay, there you go. Ooh, also that's the perma cover. Isn't that lovely? I'm very proud of how that came out. That took so long. I was like scrambling to finish it. I was like basically having a mental breakdown because I thought it looked horrible, but it turned out okay in the end. But yeah, that's the permanent cover. There you go. I'm so behind the chat. Never gonna get caught up. Annie Contreras says, hail Rainy, hail chat, hail, thank you for being here. Thanks for the secret tier options. Can't wait. I received my copy of 2.5 in the mail a week or two ago, so definitely going to reread books 1 to 2 before reading. Have a great day. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for picking up 2.5. You must have gotten it from the store right before we sold out, so very lucky. And yes, I hope that you enjoy 2.5 and it preps you for chapter 3. Thank you very much for your support. Raven O'Connor says, hello, I really wanted to get a Woodburn portrait, but just couldn't scrounge the spare funds together. Oh, it's okay, I understand. Still got the main cover and Forging Fiendish books, though, so that's neat. That's awesome. I understand. Original art is expensive. And it's, I don't know. It's completely understandable. If you just didn't have enough. I'll have more wood burning portraits in the future though, and if I do like smaller ones in the future, maybe next time I'll offer different sizes, just like I do, and different tiers for the wood burning, just like with the original art. This time I didn't really think of it. I was mostly focused on just keeping the number really low, because every single time I've done the wood burnings before, I've had too much, even 20. Okay, so the first campaign for Fiendish, I had 60 demon portraits to do. I have one right here. 60 of these to make by hand. 60! So I was working nonstop forever and ever, on top of doing all the fulfillment myself. It was a fucking nightmare. And also dealing with like printing problems. Oh, that year was stressful. But with chapter 2, I figured, I'll limit to 20. And maybe I'll be able to do more. I don't know. And I thought it would be easier. But the thing is, because with chapter 2, they the portraits were character portraits. They were like faces of the characters. I was drawing like Ragna and Casimir. Hold on, I can scroll down to show you guys the graphic for that. Here's a couple of examples. So there's a demon one on the left, but the one on the right is obviously that's, one of the Ragna portraits that I did for the chapter 2 campaign. And those actually take way longer than the demons to do because it's a person. And that's way harder than this. This is not that difficult. I just had too many to do. So I was mostly focused on not giving myself too many of those to do, but I will offer more in the future. And thank you for backing. I really appreciate it. Andy Contreras says, can we download the song you have in your trailer? You have it uploaded somewhere on your channel or music app? Well, the song is Lifiaberg by Wordruna. I'll type it in chat. I'll pull it up. And I mean, they're a great band. You guys should check out their music. I think they're Norwegian, and they do these old, like, throat singing, traditional sounding. It's not real ancient music, but it's like revival, right? It's like folk revival. I don't know what you call it. It's just really cool. I love that kind of music. It's so atmospheric. Basically makes you want to I don't know, like conquer Vinland basically. And that's most of my playlist when I'm working on Fiendish. So they're great. You guys can check out their music on any music platform. I'm sure. Lifiaberg. Yes, Lifiaberg by Wordruna. Yeah, easy to find. Ooh, I'm being told to refresh. Okay, I will refresh. I'll play the trailer again. Should I do that? Let me play the trailer again. Alex BRB says, well, I can tell you, Leafy Aberg slaps in the car. Yeah, I'm very glad that I've been able to advertise this band to more people because I legit really like their stuff. I love Wordruna, Zivia, Heilung, but yeah, and Nightwish and Wordruna are my favorites. Yeah, The Who also has guttural singing. Yeah, I like The Who as well. They're cool. Right, okay, hey, Hutzel is here. What's up? Replicas make Fiendish unique. Yes, hopefully so. Okay. I have been told I must refresh. Oh. But you know what? Before that, let me play the trailer, and then we will do some of this refresh action. All right, let's go. Let's get refreshing. Hope I don't. There's no Angel the 29. I can't believe it. We're definitely gonna hit the first. What is happening? What is happening? Oh my gosh! Thank you guys so much. Ah, what's that? I'm very grateful. Thank you guys so much. I told you all I had no expectations because I felt like it's been so long since I launched a campaign. And, I feel like the COVID period was like this fever dream, wasn't it? Like campaigns were doing really well. Everybody was shut at home and everyone was able to stream all the time. And I just feel like things have changed and I don't stream as much. Just wasn't expecting anything. I was like, as long as I can print the book. Because first of all, I gotta be clear. I'm going to. That mic has taken a beating. Yes, it has. Like the what was I saying? Blah, 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 blah. I was planning on drawing Fiendish even if nobody paid attention to it. So even if like it didn't, I barely got any funds for it. Even if it's like $1,000 every book, I was gonna finish this goddamn series because listen, I am a high commitment person and I was going to finish this come hell or high water. But all of this to me is a bonus on what I was already going to do. So I'm very grateful to have the support. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Thank you all so much. And hopefully the will the next refresh what will the next refresh be? What will the next refresh be? Maybe we can bump it again before the end of the stream, hopefully. Shall I play a celebration? Let me play a celebration. Let's do the cat. I know it's not the creative block, but it's a special occasion. I'll do says bump it, bulge jokes in chat. Yes, that is the new channel meme. I need to make a bulge members only emoji. I haven't made a new emoji in a while, so I need to do that. High Lord Zart says, "Grats on 29K! On the way to 100K. A girl can only dream." Yeah, I don't even know. That would be great. That would be great if I could hit 100. Oh my gosh, that would be absolutely fantastic. 30K before we bulge raid. If that happens, that would be amazing. Even though we only have like 20 minutes left before I have to raid into the Z channel, so I don't know if that's possible because that's a lot of money. But that would be fantastic. Hey, listen. It could happen if someone backed. Let's see. No, I'm scrolling the wrong column. No. Original art. It's just one or two people perked up original art. I'm just saying. Let me scroll down to here. Behold, I do have original art on the campaign. I do have pages for sale. All right, I was going to show you guys the actual pages. I'm going to do that. But yes. Yeah, I have. So I'll reestablish what I mentioned yesterday. Just so everyone understands like how the original art tiers work. The way I have it is I have the original art pages split into 4 price tiers. And oh look, I can't believe it's 2 people that already got the 1000 tier. I was worried that was too pricey and it wasn't going to sell, but I'm very grateful that 2 people have bought that. Thank you very much. But yeah, I have the art split between those 4 tiers, and I've divided them that way based on like complexity, how much time it took me to draw it, but also story importance and wall appeal, like how cool it would look on a wall. I think that's really important for a page. So that's kind of how I divided them, and I wanted to offer everybody a range of options if you are an original art collector. So that's what those are. But yeah, if you are interested in original art, you can get it on this campaign. And there's only, I said there are 20 slots. At the last minute, I was kind of like looking at my my schedule, and I was thinking, well, I can finish one more page per slot. It's fine. I'm just going to sleep a little less. But yes, I made it 6 slots per tier instead. So there's, how much is that? Math is hard. 24. Duh. Okay. It's 24 original art pages. It's a 70-page book, but I'm not selling all the pages. There's very few pages I'm going to sell, actually. So it's 24 original art pieces that we'll be offering up. And yeah, if you are interested in that, you can get that. Henry Bemis says, just an FYI to anyone thinking of buying an original page, if Fiendish gains wider attention, expect any original art to skyrocket in value. I mean, that's the hope. Of course, that's what I would like for Fiendish. That's what I believe in. And when I go to conventions and when I do things like offer Fiendish in other mediums, like in other languages, Fiendish now has a Japanese version, and the first chapter is translated into Spanish. There's a vertical format for mobile readers on Global Comics, which, by the way, check out Fiendish on Global Comics. The vertical episodes for Fiendish are releasing every Monday, and it's free to read. It's in a different format, and you can just go on there and read it and check it out. So if you're watching and you haven't read Fiendish yet, first of all, I have free previews on the website, but you can also go to Global Comics and read the first chapter. It's currently being released like one snippet at a time through this like mobile scrolling format. It's kind of like webtoons, but I think it looks better than webtoons. But yeah, my goal is the more people that know about Fiendish, the more value your items will have. If you back the campaigns, and if you own things like the 2019 preview book or anything from the chapter 1 crowdfunding, anything from the crowdfundings, because most of the stuff I have in my crowdfunding campaigns are campaign exclusive. Most of my covers in campaigns are campaign exclusive. The only cover on this campaign that'll be available after the Indiegogo closes, and well, I'll also say Fund My Comic probably. Yeah, all the crowdfunding campaigns, not just the Indiegogo. After the campaigns close is the perma cover. There you go. So yeah, all the other covers are campaign exclusive. So if it's on me to push Fiendish out to as many people as possible, and also obviously make it really good. And I have faith that it is good. I think it's awesome. And I just need to get it in front of people's eyes. I need eyes on the book. And that's why I've been doing conventions and traveling and doing all this stuff. Because that makes your things for Fiendish, the things that you own from the campaigns, your original art, your wood burning, that is more valuable. So honestly, it's very motivating for me because I feel the pressure. Like, y'all don't understand. I feel the pressure to make the book succeed and make everyone's support worth it. I really do. So Henry Bemis is absolutely right. If heavens willing, Fiendish gains wider attention someday, and you own original art or a wood burning or a rare cover, then what you own will hopefully skyrocket in value. And that's what I'm gonna do my darndest to do. Down Goes Solo says, still no Nanarsa version. I would like to maintain my sanity for now, so no Nanarsa version yet, but eventually, yeah. Oh, Hutzel says, if anyone can make this work, it's you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cam is here. Cam says, awesome, 24 hours. Congrats. Thank you very much. Alice says, it's no Cardinal. Let me tell you, Cardinal is really marketable. And y'all don't know. I've read what Jake has drawn for the book. I've read the layouts. I know where the story's going, and it's great. Like, it's not just cartoon titty book. There's actual world building, there's real plot, there's character development, there's so much, and it's so much fun, right? The way I always think of it is, so in like our creative block crew, we've got we've got such an array of characters, honestly. Like Pear's got his he's got such a variety of books, but he has his own storytelling style that's really unique, and this super simplified art that just stands out. Right, Phil is the actual American comics fan who knows all the superhero lore and stuff, and his books reflect that. I'm the weird manga person, and Fiendish is like everyone takes it so super seriously, grimdark fantasy, but I'm embracing it. I'm embracing it because I have a great plot. I know the story is going to great places, and I love my characters, so I'm embracing like the grimdark fantasy, and I take the world building and immersion super seriously. And Carnal is like the flip side of fantasy, where it's TNA, but it's also just a fun time. And I've always felt like it's a huge challenge for me to sell Fiendish up until now. Now it's getting easier because there are more books. And someone mentioned yesterday that with long form stories, and especially long form fantasy stories, it's really hard to sell it at first because you have to establish so much, and you really can't give away especially because I'm also doing a mystery story, so it's been hard to show people the full scope of the reading Cardinal for the plot. Yes. Yes, reading Cardinal for the plot. The full, it's hard to convince people the full scope of this project, the full scope of Fiendish, until I have multiple books. So now it's getting easier. But with book 1 and book 2, it was honestly a bit of a struggle. Because that's why I tell people that I'm not really good at being bombastic and pop culture-y. I'm not good at kind of like striking that vein or whatever. So I had to rely on really detailed art that's hopefully very appealing, because I know I had to rely on that to get people's attention. But once you read Fiendish, hopefully the art draws you in, and once you read Fiendish, you realize that there's depth and there's real plot and there's philosophy to it, and that's how I plan to structure the book, and that's kind of my like whatever creative modus operandi. But yeah, with something like Cardinal, it's just like really sellable at first glance. So I don't know. Don't sleep on that either. Don't sleep on that either. I perfected my pitch at cons. I think I have. It took forever, but I think I have. And the key is I don't talk too much about the plot. I don't tell people, oh, so Casimir had his hometown destroyed by demons. I just ask people, so do you like D&D? Do you know about tabletop games? Yeah, like 90% of people are like, yes, oh my god, I play this or that in D&D, and I'm like, great. So my book is like a D&D campaign, but in a comic, except I have created my own original fantasy world. I even built my own language, my own species, and my own magic system. And I went for a high immersion type of comic. So if you love D&D, you're going to love this book. That makes a sale right away. I just mentioned D&D. So, I mean, it's kind of true, because you guys all know Pathfinder inspired Fiendish greatly in the early stages. So I figured it out. I just did. That's what I do. And it has to vary depending on the person. You have to like kind of be on the same level as the person you're talking to, right? The same vibe level, because some people they want to know about the plot. And so I'll do I'll do that pitch, talk about the D&D and high fantasy, and I always mention the language. The language thing is such a sell, which again, it's one of those things where early on I was super worried about being too nerdy, so I didn't talk that much about it, but people loved it when they heard about it. So yeah, I mention it every time now, but some people want to hear about the plot, so I just mentioned, well, Casimir is my main character. He has his hometown destroyed by these demons, but nobody actually knows where the demons come from, and he's the only one who can get to the bottom of where these mysterious demonic creatures come from, and there's a whole world-changing mystery that expands from there, so you got to keep reading to find out. And that's all I say on top of the whole tabletop game stuff. Yeah, I have perfected this pitch so much. It takes work though. It takes work. It's very hard. Pitching is an art. Hail to the backers. Yes. Embrace the nerdiness. Yes, indeed. Okay, I have very little time left. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna go over. Okay. I will have to set up the raid, but you know what? I'm gonna have to save the original art for. I think I have to. I don't have enough time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to rush a bit. Well, the Zays have intros, right? So it's okay. All right. I'll set up the raid, but so I won't rush it too much. Let's see. I'll save the original art for the stream tonight because I'll be coming back tonight after Bancroft to close out the dark cover. Again, scrolling back up. This cover, the dark cover, will only be available until tonight. So I'll be closing it, taking it down tonight, and it won't be available again until the last day of the campaign. And the only way you can get it outside of that time period is if you back the Give Me Everything tier. That's a big box tier that has everything new in the campaign. So I'll be returning maybe like 10 p.m. ish is what I'm estimating. After like the Zades and Bancroft are done. Oh yeah, Zaid says we got all the intro. Okay, cool. But for now, I think I will get to that perk, that thing I wanted to add to the campaign, and I'll ask you guys. Hold on, let me get this pulled up. I have a graphic that I can show y'all. Oh, all the graphics. Where is it right now? So, what I have been thinking is somebody asked me, and I should have given this more thought. Somebody asked me weeks ago if I would make the trading cards available for in the Fiendish 3 campaign. So the previous trading cards from Fiendish 1, 2, and 2.5, right? And those were free. Those were stretch goals. So if you guys haven't backed a Fiendish campaign before, not most, but a feature of the stretch goals is a lot of my stretch goals are these trading cards. Let me get one so you guys can see. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. This is the Casimir one from chapter 1. And the back has these little character sheets. So again, tabletop, Pathfinder, Influence, you have these mini character sheets. So these are adaptable to Pathfinder and to D&D. And you can play the characters and creatures and magical items. It's not just the characters from the book. So I'll stat out characters and items and creatures and make trading cards. And those are the stretch goals. And everybody who backed the campaign gets these for free. And I have about 11 of them from the previous 3 campaigns. And somebody who hadn't backed Fiendish books before was asking if they could buy a set of the trading cards. And I was hesitant about it, but mostly because I was running into this problem of the Ragna card for Fiendish 2 was a sign-up exclusive. And I think sign-up exclusive means sign-up exclusive. I can't sell it in a pack anymore. And then I realized I'm kind of an idiot. I'm just going to commission you art for Ragna. So you can still, maybe I'm thinking of putting up a trading card pack on the Fiendish 3 campaign as an add-on, and I'll have new art for Ragna. So if you guys have the exclusive sign-up only trading card for Ragna from Fiendish 2, that's still special. Nobody else will be getting that card. And I'll commission AC, my trading card artist, to draw another version of Ragna, and you'll be able to get the full pack. That's 11 cards. The Ragna will be new, and because the Ragna is new, people who backed the Give Me Everything perk will just get the new Ragna card for free as well, because it's a new item in the camp. It's a new print item in the campaign, so it counts. Yeah, is what doth you all think? I figure this is the kind of thing I can run by everybody. I kind of have it set up on the back end already, but I figured mentioning it on stream and hearing from you guys before making it go live would be a good idea. Dango Solo says the stats were a great idea. I'm glad you think so. So back to Give Me Everything tier, chat. Yes, the Give Me Everything tier has everything. High Lord Zart says, I shall spread the word of Fiendish to all the art/D&D streams I know. We must reach 100K. Yes, that would be awesome. Yes. Yeah, I've been thinking of like new spheres I should be streaming in and to promote Fiendish, and it occurred to me like I really should try to bring Fiendish to more fantasy or tabletop gaming spheres, right? Because the thing is, just because a book is a comic doesn't mean you should stick to comic spheres. I feel like I've been thinking of doing more fantasy oriented cons, even though that's probably not happening. I'm even like just doing 3 cons a year is too much for me. I'm kind of like conned out for the year. But yeah, other than conventions, like channels that talk about fantasy or D&D, I'm like, maybe I should start asking if they're interested in Fiendish, and that would be cool. But that would be wonderful, and I appreciate it. Jay says, new Ragna art! Oh, baby! Yes! There'll be new Ragna art. Yeah, would you guys like new Ragna art from AC? I mean, she's done such a great job with the trading cards. Hold on, let me pull up the graphic that I already have made. Dun dun dun! Trading card catch up. Yeah, that's what. So these are a bunch of the previous cards. Look at all of these. These are so awesome. That's the Octo card from chapter 2.5. And that's the Skull Shield from 2.5 as well. That's Nina, Iskull. There's the Cosmere card I just showed you guys, and there's a Yomi one. My plan with these cards is so as the story progresses, the characters evolve and their stats and their abilities evolve as well. It's getting like really nerdy, but I will update the same characters every few books. It won't be every book, obviously. For example, my plan for the trading cards in Fiendish 3 are there will be a card of that character. I almost said his name. I am not revealing his name yet. That character that's in the permanent cover, the horned guy, and that will be one of the trading cards, and more demons and magic items. So no updates on like the Cosmere, Iskull, all those characters yet, but in like a couple of books they will level up in Pathfinder terms. So I will be updating their cards with like new stats and new art, and you'll be able to watch the characters level up and progress over the course of the story if you get the cards right. And the other thing with the cards is there's often there's secret, not really secret, but there's kind of I'll drop the card. There's like semi hidden information in the cards. So for example, Casimir and Iskull both have certain abilities. And if you know Pathfinder, there are traits that you can take when you build a character. So it's one of those things where if you know the game system and you look at the traits and you can match the traits to like the Pathfinder players handbooks, you kind of get a feel for what their abilities are and anything that might be hidden, and stuff like Iskull's curse. So yeah. And like Ragnar's domains, and there's a whole thing I built into the trading cards that integrates the magic system from Fiendish, because the magic system doesn't really mesh with the Pathfinder magic system. I had to add on a layer of a second system, like tag it on to the human build from Pathfinder to make the human magic system work for the trading cards. This is getting too nerdy. I'm gonna stop. Right. Anyways, so what I don't hear any protestation, so I guess this is going up. I will put this tier up very soon. Then I will I've got to let the Zades start streaming, and then I'll raid over to their channel. So yeah. Oh, I guess I can. Okay, yeah, I can have this go live right now. Shall we do that? But before I do that, I want to also clarify. So I'm going to, because like 300 people have backed the campaign already, you guys will be getting a secret perk link of the trading card catch up with free shipping. So it'll only go out to the people who have backed the campaign. And of course, that's because you've already paid for shipping. And I'm adding this on at a later date. So you get a secret perk link, that's the trading cards, and you can essentially add it on without having to like cancel your order and reback it if you want that. So I'll be sending that email out in just a few minutes. But yeah, let me go ahead and make this live. No objections. Cool. All right. Alex knows about these things. He's also a Pathfinder player extraordinaire. He knows all about the crazy nerdy stuff that I'm talking about. But yeah, I trust your judgment, Alex. So I will do that. Let's see. Let me go on the back end. You guys get to watch. Well, I'm not going to share my screen because I can't. I'm not going to share the back end of the campaign, but I will have this go live. But meanwhile, let us go back to the campaign, the Campagen, and scrolling up. And if you haven't backed it yet, behold, do consider backing and help us get to 40K by the end of the day. Lieutenant Hugh says, nerds! Yes, giant nerds. Giant nerds indeed. I'm very specific in this stuff that I'm nerdy about because it's like it's like I don't really have much knowledge about. You guys all know I don't really read superhero comics, and like because that's one of the nerdy things, right? But I didn't grow up with it, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm some big superhero comics fan. I don't know the lore. I didn't even grow up in America, so there's a lot of pop culture stuff that I don't know. But I play a lot of Pathfinder, which is super niche, but I know a lot about it. And please don't get me started on the game because I'll just go on forever and ever. But it's like very specific, and also manga and stuff like Tolkien and Song of Ice and Fire, of course, because it's fantasy. But yeah, I'm very specific in my nerdery. And then people will be like, well, Art, why don't you know this or that lore? And it's like, I just didn't grow up with that. I'm not going to fake nerd knowledge if I just genuinely am not a fan of that thing. So anyways, Kevin Ryan says, no, Reedy doesn't read superhero comics. Nobody's perfect. I'm sorry. I've read some. It's just never super appealed to me, but I've read some. Mostly because I studied comics. I straight up majored in sequential art, which is comics, minor in animation. So we did have to read some superhero books, but I've always latched onto indie stuff. Like I liked Frank Miller's work. I love series like Lock and Key. I did like Next Wave. Next Wave was hilarious. But yeah, never been a super big superhero comics fan. Yeah, it is what it is. I am completely honest. Okay. Perks. Let me make this perk public now. It'll only take a second, and then we can move on. How do I? This is earn add-on perks and a secret perk. Cool. Wait, how do I unhide things? Ah! Okay. That's visible, and let's see. That's also visible. Yay! Okay. Cool. All right. It should be live. If you are backing right now and you're in the checkout page, you should see this add-on now, and it's a pack of 11 trading cards from the previous Fiendish campaigns with a new card for Ragna. And everybody who got the Give Me Everything tier will also get that new Ragna card. So fantastic. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, thanks for giving me feedback. And I just wanted to. I like running things by the customers and asking for feedback on these things. But I'm glad nobody objected. Seems like it's not a disaster. Okay, let's close that. My God, this gold foil thing is terrible. Man, you need to find a printer that can print it for not. Jacob's been saying that he's not even going to make money on the campaign. That's horrible because he promised gold foil. But if you promise it, you're going to have to do it. There must be a printer that can print gold foil without breaking the bank. There just has to be. So, man. Well, the good thing is it is book 1. So if you have a super special book 1, you're going to keep selling it. You will make your money back. And you want your book 1 volumes to be very special and really good looking. So yeah, if they're all gold foil, even if it's super expensive, I mean, maybe not the same, don't do the same printing process for books going forward, but having that awesome book 1, I feel like it'll be worth it. So regardless, guys, you'll be getting a beautiful book, and I can be sure of that. Only 575 until 30K. Oh my gosh. Okay, I need to set up the the raid to Zaid. Oh, hold on. Michael Dicha for $10. Thank you so much. Yay! Michael Dicha says, Eastern Europe is dangerous right now, but if you ever find yourself over there, look for the arts community in Lithuania. Their national lore was resonate with your fiendish world building. Cool. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never been to Eastern Europe. I've been to Germany. Germany was interesting. Lots of beer, lots of drinking. So stereotypically German. I loved it. I saw a castle as well. It was an awesome castle. But yeah, I would love to do a proper Europe tour. Obviously, I'm a bit of a what do you even call that? It's like weeaboos, but for like other culture, for like Europe and ancient Europe. I think ancient Europe is super interesting, even prehistoric Europe, and I love the culture. Obviously, Fiendish is very inspired by Nordic and Slavic lore and culture. All the designs. I mean, obviously, there's like fantasy monsters and stuff, but it's like European lore and stuff, right? So yeah, I of course would like to do. Look, you can tell it in the buildings. It's like I reference old Slavic buildings and stuff like that. So if I could do a proper Europe tour sometime, that would be great. Thank you for the super chat. All right, let me make sure I haven't missed any super chats. All right, Phil has started, so I need to set up the raid into him. Shit. Let me do that. How do I do that? All right. Watch me bungle this live. Oh, have I even set up a raid before? All right. I need to find their channel. Zaid Bros. Zaid Bros. Where the fuck is their stream? Shit. This is such a fucking disaster. Okay. I'm gonna go to Phil's Twitter and find the stream. Okay, I found it. Okay, I think I just use the link and go to settings on YouTube. My God, no, not settings. Shit. It's terrible. It's terrible. End screen cards. Video. What? How do messaging on your key search? I might need some help to actually set up this raid. How the fuck do I do this? Okay, chat, help. How do? Well, there's the link. So if you guys want to head over there and say it's a raid anyways, that would be great. Thank you. It's the final refresh. Yeah, I will do a final refresh. Before leaving. Hold on. Let me try to figure out how to do this. I thought it was right here. Why can't I set up the... This is such a fucking horrible disaster. Google. Okay. You guys want to Google with me? Hold on. How do I set up a raid on YouTube? On the YouTubes. Okay. Here, you can come look at my story. Okay, here's how you set up a YouTube raid. Why is this so difficult? Okay. No, my streams are configure redirect settings. During your stream, go to the customization tab. Okay, customization tab. During the live and turn off safe search. No, I am going to be smart. Okay, it's in the other tab. Jesus Christ. Fuck my redirect. I found it. Okay. Search videos from other channels. Zaid. Why can't I just put in a goddamn URL, for fuck's sake? The originals Diaz Bros. Okay, that's what their stream is called. Oh, I found it! I found it! Yay! Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, save. Yes, I did it. Not a complete disaster. All right, final refresh, and then I'll end the stream, and then you guys should be automatically sent over to the State Brothers. Did you all enjoy that mild clusterfuck? I'll play the trailer. I'm trying really hard. I thought it would be funny for you guys to watch me fucking flounder. Okay, all right, we will refresh one more time, and I will end on the trailer. How about that? Should I just play the trailer? No. I will refresh one more time, and then we shall see. 29092. Oh my gosh, so close to 30,000, not 3,000, 30,000. Thank you guys so much. I can't believe it. We're gonna hit 30K before the 24-hour period. Thank you so much. So close. Yeah, just push random buttons. Yes, we're so close. All right. Tonight I will be returning after the Bancroft stream. That should be maybe around like 10 p.m. Eastern-ish, and I will be streaming and closing out the dark cover. That's the 24-hour cover. That is the cover that will be coming down after tonight. So join me for another stream in just a few hours. And until then, keep backing the campaign, and also go support the Zaid Brothers and Bancroft. I'm sure we'll all raid into each other. It'll be like a big loop, and everybody will be able to circle back here in a couple of hours. All right, I will play the trailer, and then I will end the stream, and you guys can go over to the Zaids. All right, tell the Zaids I said hi. All right, bye guys. Bye. Thanks for joining. Bye.